Okay, hi Marissa. I've got your work up here. I've read your written submission, and you say that some of these are low resolution images, and you're right. So make sure that you replace those with high res images by the end of the week. Your final submission. I would say that it would be reasonable to expect some minor deductions based on the fact that this submission does require high resolution images. But I'm glad that you were able to get it in. At any rate, I'm going to also share with you some sites. These sites right here, and I'll post these in my response. But Morguefile, Pixabay, and then Viral Sweep. This last one is 25 different sites. So there's a bunch of sites here that I'll share with you for resources for high resolution images. The next thing I want to mention is I'm not real sure exactly how you're compiling your multi-page PDF, which it's not really a true multi-page PDF. Basically, it's a bunch of separate files assembled in the same PDF. So in other words, I can't like scroll through here from page to page and I have to go from one file to the next. And the problem with that is I will show you the problem with that in 1 second. For example, this image right here, I should just be able to hit Command R, bring up my rulers, and be able to check the image size here, but I can't do that. What I have to do is I have to open the document itself, then Command R, here's the rulers, bring up, and for instance, this image right here, we can see this image what is this? It's like 3/4. This is 3/4, 2 3/4. Let me see. It's 3 inches by 2 inches. So it looks to be pretty good quality, but if you increase the size on that, which you might have to do, you're going to find some degradation in the image quality. So, and that's all covered over in, I'm going to go over the learning path here. I'm going to open that up and I'm going to show you these resources. Hopefully you've looked at the learning activities for Module 2, but a good portion of the learning activities regard resolution. And it's so important that you understand resolution. Photoshop is based on resolution. So without understanding resolution, you just can't really further your knowledge in Photoshop. It's really a basic foundational cornerstone in all of Photoshop. So please go ahead and take a look at all of these learning activities for Module 2, Milestone 2. And then also don't forget to take a look at the textbook reading, also some very good resources in there. The next thing I want to bring your attention to is the way that you have assembled that multi-page PDF. And if you go over here to Milestone 2, Task 2 Instructions, and this is also available in Milestone 1, Task 2 Instructions. So if we open that guy up, right there, you can see that there's, okay, Milestone 2, Task 2 Instructions, right here, video tutorial, creating a multi-page PDF. And you can see that the thumbnails over here are all assembled in a way that you could just page right through all of these without having to open the document. See, now right now I have to close this document to get back to your original presentation. Then I have to arrow over to the next. If I want to see the size of that, I have to open that, bring out my rulers, okay, then close out of that, and then go to the next. Okay, so that's kind of problematic. It's really a difficult way to try to go through a presentation. So please go through that video right there. And we will be creating multi-page PDFs for the remainder of the course, so it would be expected that you are assembling those correctly from this point on. Let's take a look at your images. Bike fork, that looks pretty good. I mean, it does. It doesn't look like, oh, you know what, now that we get in close to it, yeah, you've got some issues. That's the low resolution image. You can clearly see the pixelization there. Let's go to the broken chair, looks pretty good. Broken chair is a high-res image. That is definitely, you can definitely use that. Garbage bags also look like they are definitely high-res images. No pixel damage there. You can use that. The tire looks to be pretty good resolution. You should be able to use that. The poll, I'm not really following the poll, but let's look at the TV. TV again. Let's see what the image size is on that. That should be okay. And then the poll, the one thing I'm wondering about the poll, okay, that's just straight up a straight poll. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like it's from a garbage dump. I mean, it's really pristine. It's actually shiny and clean. But in your sketch, we see the pole here is kind of bent, and it's it looks like it's kind of crinkled and bent, and it's got some dents in it. So I'm just wondering about the effectiveness of that nice, pristine, brand new pole. You might want to find a different pole. So, all right, good job. I will go ahead and, as I said, I'll go ahead and leave those links so you can find those other sources. And here a tip for finding high-res Google. If you're doing Google search, just make sure that you put in your search parameters high resolution. So if you're looking for images of garbage dumps, let's say you're images of garbage cans, and you do an image search on Google, just say high-res images of garbage cans, and it should give you several selections there. All right. Any questions? Give me a holler. Thank you.